Hello my beautiful collective, and welcome to this video. Guys, I do hope you guys can appreciate these types of videos. They are again in my non-tarot playlist. These are interesting topics ranging from anywhere from spiritual awakening to the types of connections you could have, to trauma bonds. And what I'm noticing is as I'm doing these videos are that these topics could be helpful to you. It could be having to do with situations connected to your relationships, your family situations, or even just your self-development, your spiritual growth. Okay, guys? The topic in these videos are going to be, they vary. Okay? Visit the playlist, check out the videos. They could help you. And just know that the research I've done for these topics were very extensive. I do hope you guys can appreciate the hard work that was put into these videos, and I will be crediting the articles and the people who wrote these articles and the website in the description box below if you guys want a more concise, longer version of what I kind of compacted into a video. You know, I only took from the important points I felt would be useful to you guys. But you guys could always refer back to the article, the website. I have listed that information in the description box below. Okay, guys? So I do hope you enjoy these videos, and let me know in the comments what you think. Again, everybody's experience is going to be different with every single one of these videos. It could resonate, it might not resonate. And regarding your spiritual awakening journey, okay, you could be at different levels. So just take all these videos with a grain of salt. Okay, it might resonate, it might not, but take it with a grain of salt. Also, the articles that I've researched, it's not to say that what they say is written in stone, but it's just a an idea of, you know, with these topics, you know, what they're sharing. Okay, so again, take it with a grain of salt. I do hope you enjoy these videos. I worked very hard researching it. Without further ado, here we go, guys. Hello, my beautiful collective. It is I, Rosa, Lady Capricorn Tarot here with another video by interesting topic. Okay, today's video will be talking about what is an empath and how do you know if you're an empath. Okay, guys? Now, we're going to go ahead and just jump into this because this is a very interesting topic as well. A lot of people out there are empath and probably don't even know that they are. So I'm going to go ahead and go over this topic, and we're going to be talking about in this video signs you're an empath. Okay, how do you determine if you are an empath? Benefits of being an empath, challenges of being an empath, the pros and the cons of being an empath, projecting yourself if you're an empath. Okay, and there's also other tips on here, okay, that I'm going to be going over, and this video is pretty long. Okay, so just know that. So all that being said, let's get started. Let's jump right in. Okay, so an empath is a person who is highly tuned to the feelings and emotions of those around them. Empaths are able to feel what another person is feeling, and they feel it on a deep emotional level. Now, guys, I am an empath, so this is absolutely true. Okay, this is absolutely true. This is why I also cannot be in crowded areas, because when I do that, it affects me as if I feel like I get anxiety. I feel like a tightening in my chest because I'm soaking up every energy in the room. If somebody's angry, sad, happy, just everything, okay? And it gets to be too much. Okay, so empaths have the ability to discern what others are feeling and goes beyond their empathy in order to understand the feelings of others. Okay, so let's go into signs you're an empath. Okay, so how you can tell if you or someone you know is an empath, right? Some common empaths traits include these, okay? Number 1, empathy. Some people are more prone to empathy than others, okay? We've all known, or maybe you are gifted, right? At reading other people's feelings, just like we've known, or maybe you are, maybe you know, or maybe you are, or know people that seem to be completely connected from the feelings of those around them. Okay, so if you're able to connect to everybody around you on a deeper level, like if you're able to feel what they're feeling and handle them based on what you're feeling coming off of them, you're an empath. Okay. Number 2, intuition. Empaths tend to have a great sense of intuition. Okay. They also trust their instincts and often go with their gut feeling when making decisions. And guys, I just uploaded a video on intuition. If you guys haven't seen it yet, head on over to my playlist, catch that video, and then come back and catch this video, okay? So intuition. Because empaths are so attuned to how others are feeling, they may pick up on subtle information or cues that might help guide their decision making. Okay, that's intuition number 2. Okay, these are signs again that you may be empath. Number 3, caring. People who are empath tend to greatly care about others. Empaths understand the needs, wishes, and fears that others face, which is why an empath strives to make sure that others feel safe, secure, and happy. Okay. Number 4, sensitivity. Empaths are not just sensitive to emotions, but are also able to pick up on other aspects of the environment. This is very true, guys. What this means is that they are able to pick up on sights, smells, sounds that other people might not pick up on. And this is absolutely true. Okay, all of this so far is what an empath is, and I can attest to that because this is how I am. All right, so let's move on to how do you determine if you're an empath? Okay, well, you can start by asking yourself some questions about how well you're able to relate to others, right? As well as how you are physically and emotionally responding to highly emotional events taking place in your presence, okay? If your answer is yes to most of all of these questions, okay, that I'm about to go over, there's a good chance that you are an empath, okay? So here are the questions, okay? Number 1, do you find yourself taking on others' stress? If that's a yes, okay, now again, if you hit 1 or 2 or all of these, okay, you're an empath. So the question number 1, do you find yourself taking on others' stress? Yes, that for me, that's a yes. Number 2, have you ever been accused of being too sensitive in the past? Yes for me. If that's a yes for you, you're an empath. Number 3, do you feel overwhelmed in crowded spaces? Absolutely yes for me. If you feel the same way, you are an empath. Number 4, would others describe you as empathetic? Yes for me. If it's yes for you, definitely you are an empath. Okay, those are 4 questions that you would ask yourself. And again, if you hit yes on all 4, you're an empath. Or even if you have 1 or 2, you're an empath. Okay, now with being an empath, since there's no set way of finding out if you're an empath, it all comes down to whether or not you believe yourself to be one. Okay, so take note of that as well. So here are the benefits of being an empath. Okay, there are obviously benefits to being highly connected to other people's emotional experiences, right? Knowing when a person is feeling down, lonely, or scared, you will be able to tap into their feelings. You will also be able to better support and care for the people who matter to you most, and others as well. Again, guys, so this is the the positive of being an empath, and this is absolutely true. You're able to feel out a person without having to really ask them what's wrong. You literally feel them. When you come in contact with them, you already know how to handle them, okay? Because of what you're feeling, the energy coming off of them. And you know, for me, that's a great gift to have, because I'm able to, you know, sometimes you don't want to approach a person. You're scared to, because you don't know, you know, how they're going to act, right? How they're going to receive you. And so being an empath and being really in touch to, like, you know, their feelings, you know, what they're going through without having to ask is a plus. This gift can also make you a better partner or friend to help strengthen your relationships, okay? Being empath means you can spot a liar from a mile away. Yes, this is true. Empaths don't have to worry about being taken advantage of because they are not easily tricked or manipulated. Facts on that too. That's true. If they are, however, it's because they ignored their initial instincts about someone, not because they missed the signs, which is true. If you get manipulated by a person and you're an empath, it's because, not because you let your guard down, but because you refuse to listen to your instincts, your intuition. And in my case, I never not listened to my intuition. So just know that if you're an empath and you get easily manipulated, it's because you are not following your instincts on what you're feeling off of a person, okay? So what I want to say to my empaths out there is, you know, just be very keen, very aware, and have your guard up. You'll be able to feel a manipulator from a mile away, okay? So, again, if you get manipulated, it's because you're not following your instincts. And this is why this happened, okay? So, challenges of being an empath, okay? Here are the challenges, guys, because there are challenges. So, there are also likely to be downfalls, right? The downside of being an empath and connected to others' emotions. They can be easily overwhelmed. Like, we can be very easily overwhelmed in crowded spaces. I already covered that, my personal experience. And at events that are emotionally charged. An example is like weddings or funerals, right? Which I try and stay away from both, okay? Too much for me. Because they soak up the emotions of those around them like a human sponge. And I had touched on this before we hit this category, where I cannot be in a room like crowded spaces because I'm picking up everybody's energy. It may also be difficult for it may also be difficult for empaths to relax and unwind because they are always carrying the emotions of others. Absolutely true. Empaths may struggle with sleep or maintaining their own mental wellness if they don't find a way to balance the outside inputs they are constantly receiving. This is absolutely true. So what I do is I have my moments where I go MIA. I will disappear from the public in like sometimes a month, you know, depending on how heavy I feel with soaking up everybody's energy. I isolate myself, and in that time of isolation, I am taking care of myself. I am, you know, resting. I am, you know, doing the things that relax me. Like for me, it's walking, being out in the elements, just self-care for myself. I'm not doing any personal readings. I'm not even on YouTube. I'm not doing any YouTube videos. I completely go MIA. The only people I'm dealing with is my family and my significant other. Other than that, I am shut out to the world. And it's okay to do that if you're an empath, because if you don't do that, you can become sick, okay? You just need to isolate yourself sometimes, okay, to recalibrate, okay? Just know that. So here are the pros to being an empath. You can provide emotional support for others. You know when someone needs help, and you can tell if someone will be good for you. And I mean good for you in like a friendship, a partnership, you know, a romantic relationship, a partnership of, say, like a business partnership, okay, things of that nature. The cons of being empath is you may feel emotionally drained, which that is absolutely true. And going back to what I told you, I need to set boundaries, okay, in order to protect my mental health and my energy. So the cons is you may feel emotionally drained. You might, another point is you might find it hard to find time for yourself. Absolutely. That has happened to me. I tend to put a lot of people ahead of me. And number 3, your ability to read others may feel invasive to some people, right? Like, and that's something we cannot turn off, okay? When you're empath, you can't turn off that ability. So you're able to read people, and sometimes people will feel like, well, number 1, how the hell did she know that? And number 2, I feel like, you know, they feel like you violated their space somehow, okay? But you know, it's something we can't control, and you know, it is what it is with that. So let's go over protecting yourself if you're an empath, okay? If you can relate to the description of an empath, right guys, and you find yourself constantly absorbing the emotions of others, it's very important to learn how to protect your own psyche and separate yourself from the outside world so you can breathe, heal, and experience your own emotions. Guys, I just touched on this, okay? The whole experience with me going MIA sometimes for a month, whatever I need, okay? So here goes. The article co-signed what I explained. So here are different points that may help you, okay guys, with protecting yourself if you're an empath, okay? Number 1, find some time for yourself. Finding time for yourself may include being in nature or meditating. Music also is a great outlet, right, when finding time for yourself. And I absolutely agree with this point number 1, because as I told you, I like to, my form of meditation is being out in nature, right? I just told you I like walking, I like being out in the elements, but I also incorporate music into it because when I'm walking, I have my headset on and I'm listening to music, okay? These and other things that you feel help you get away and find time for yourself can help you to reset and establish your center again, okay? So whatever it is that helps put you in a place of, calm. You know, meditation could be anything, guys. Anything that's going to help in your self-care at the time of protecting yourself as an empath, your energy, right? So that you're not absorbing things, you need to do, okay? These were just 3 examples, but whatever it is that puts you in a place of calm and meditation, do that, okay? Empaths should also set boundaries so they aren't easily absorbing the emotions of those around them. And I touched on that too, right? Setting boundaries, which adds to the going MIA, pulling back from people, okay? Establishing healthy boundaries is necessary for everybody's mental health and well-being, especially for empaths, okay? If you want to start practicing, if you may want to start practicing meditation, to best learn how to do this, by focusing on your mind and learning to shut outside distractions, you can begin to strengthen your ability to do the same when the emotional input you are receiving from others becomes too great. So in other words, if you go into, like, if you meditate already, basically what they're saying here is that you can use the practices of meditation to also shut out, okay, receiving, absorbing everybody else's energy, okay, when it becomes too heavy, when it becomes too much, okay? So through meditation, you can also kind of like tweak your meditation practice that you're already doing, except now you're adding, like, setting boundaries, like forming this invisible bubble around you, okay, that will bounce off everybody's energy that you usually absorb, okay? That's what they're saying here, okay, through meditation practices. And I've also read in the past that that's a good technique where you envision yourself, in a quiet space, and you envision a bubble, a yellow bubble, right, around you, like the yellow meaning positivity, right, like strong, like solar, like it feels like a very strong bubble around you, protecting you from soaking in people's energy, whatever it is, negative, whatever it is, to protect yourself and your energy, okay guys? Another point they're saying that could help protect yourself as an empath, right, is Be selective who you spend time with. This is very important, guys, okay? You'll learn over time that there are certain people that you're better off distancing yourself from, and you'll know that because as an empath, you'll feel it. You'll just feel like toxicity, first of all, but you'll just feel like their energy feels dirty, dingy, grayish. You'll feel it, okay? Spending too much time around toxic people can feel like you're poisoning yourself from the inside out. Absolutely right. And I just explained everything that you would feel coming off of a toxic person, and you do, because you're absorbing that energy. You start to feel heavy. You start to feel like your energy is not at its maximum, right? It feels heavy. It feels dirty, okay? I can tell when my energy is heavy and dirty because it feels like there's a gray, I'm wrapped in a gray mist, okay? And so what I do is, first of all, okay, I just pull myself away from people and their situations. As a tarot reader, I can absorb all kinds of energy. So what I do is, in between readings, not only do I sage everything, I sage myself, and then I will go into self-care mode where I envision myself in that bubble that I was explaining to you guys about, and I block and return to sender everything that I may be absorbing. Okay, so there are people you'll find, okay? You'll find people that you just can't help, okay? And it's better staying away from them. And that's okay, guys. If you feel like you're being weighed down by somebody that you've tried to help and you just feel like it's an ongoing pattern with this toxic person, it's okay for you to walk away from them, because I know as empaths, we feel like we need to help everybody. But in doing that, we tend to fuck ourselves up too. So I say all that to say, if you have somebody in your midst that completely drains you, and this is always happening, okay? There's nothing positive going on in this person's life. They don't want to change. They don't want to move towards a positive direction, but they continue to dump on you like you're their emotional trash can, and you just feel heavy, okay? It is okay for you to separate yourself from this person, distance yourself, okay? And that's okay. Just know that that's okay. Okay, recognizing this and honoring your boundaries is the best way for you to preserve your mental health and your wellness as well. Wellness as well, okay. Anyway, so the next topic here is, right, how to be more empathetic. Okay, well, if you want to improve your empathic abilities, there's a few steps that you can take, and I'm going to go through them, okay? It's not that many. It's like 3 of them. And then this video is going to be over, guys. You see how short this video was? Okay, so step number 1 is take interest in others, okay? Start noticing how others behave, including what they say and their body language, right? Talk to them, listen actively to what they have to say. So in other words, just be an ear to them, okay? Let them talk to you. Look at their body language. See how they're acting. Show a genuine interest, okay? Take a genuine interest in somebody, okay? Because part of being empath is you don't bullshit, right? Because if being empathic, there's no way that you could not take interest in others. Like what they feel, what they have to say, checking out their body language. Sometimes a person just needs to talk, and all you need to do is just listen. Sometimes people just want to talk and don't want your advice, okay? So just be there in that way if that's what they need. The second point here is imagine yourself in someone else's life, which as an empath, you do, okay? That's another way you'll know if you're an empath. You always put yourself in the person's shoes. It says here, empathy is all about being able to see a situation through somebody else's eyes. It allows you to truly feel what they must be feeling in their situation. Empaths can do this naturally. See, guys, I told you that. But you can do this naturally. But you can do this naturally. But you can also strengthen your ability to empathize by actively thinking about how it would be to be in another person's shoes. Okay, guys? So basically, just put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Okay? If you can do that, then that's a great way to to be more empathic, okay? And I believe everybody is empath, just like I believe everybody has intuition. You just, again, you have to sharpen that skill. You have to, trust it. You have to, just honor it, right? You have to also honor yourself and protect your energy too. Because like I said, we tend to absorb everything. And the last point here is open up to others, okay? If you want other people to share their feelings with you, it's important to make yourself vulnerable to others. Now, guys, wait, let me finish this paragraph, and then I'm going to give you my take on this point. It says, talk about your feelings and give others the space to share their emotions in return. Now, I agree and disagree with this point, okay? I agree with that. You should be like, when you're handling somebody that's going through something and, they want to talk, they have to somehow gain, you have to gain their trust so that they, you get them to a comfortable place where they're comfortable with talking about what's going on, right? And on some level, right, you do have to open up to them. What I don't agree about is if this person is broken and this person is going through something, right, and you're going through something, it is not fair for you to like dump on a person that's already going through something. And I apologize for New York in the background. But okay, so getting back to my point, yes, okay, open up to others, okay, so that they'll see that you're human and you're meeting them on their level. But please don't dump your shit on that person. Because what makes the empath different from a regular person is we're here to be of service to others, right? To be, see them where they're at, try and help them out. But you can't kick a person when they're already down. So yes, be more open to others, but set, you have to set a boundary that you're not going to give them too much of that energy of if you're going through something, you can't be like, well, yeah, I understand what you're saying because, A, B, and C, and D is happening to me right now, and it's just not cool, and I don't understand why this is happening to me, and sometimes I feel so depressed, so I see what you're talking about. No, don't do that. What I'm saying is, meet them at their level, but don't dump your shit on them. And I know that sounds very, like kind of selfish, that why should we as an empath, handle all of that, but we can't give it back to them. Guys, there's a reason why certain people are empaths, okay? Although everybody can have this gift, only a few people really master it and can deal with it, okay? A high functioning empath, okay, will know that you would never, even though you're going through something, you will never dump this on somebody who's already going through it. So that's what I want to say about this point, opening up to others, okay? Yes, I agree with it. Open up to a certain extent. As an empath, you'll know what the limit is. You're definitely not going to dump whatever you're going through. You're not going to dump on a person who's already going through it, okay? So just take that with a grain of salt. And that's my personal opinion. The article says, I'm going to go through the little paragraph the article said again. So I agreed with it, but I also disagreed with it. So you can, take a little from what I just said and take a little from the article, whatever resonates with you. So the article again says open up to others. If you want people to share their feelings with you, it is important for you to make yourself vulnerable to others. Again, an empath will know how vulnerable to get with somebody. You're not going to dump your shit on somebody who's already going through it. It says, talk about your feelings and give others the space to share their emotions in return. Okay, so this concludes this video, guys. Okay, it wasn't too long. I do hope that you're able to take the information given to you and apply it to your situation if this resonates. And if you like what I did here, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel. Also hitting that notification bell so you guys will be alerted when my next video premieres, when I go live, or when I just post the video. Okay, guys? So I hope that this video will be helpful to those that need it. If you have any comments, anything you'd like to add, get in the comment section below. Let me know what you feel. Until my next video, God bless. Have a great day, a great evening, and I will be talking to you guys soon, guys. And don't forget, check out my intuition video, which is already on my playlist. And you know, it'll better help you. Like, I feel like that one coincides with this video. Well, they all the videos I'm putting up in this playlist, I think they all interact with each other. Okay, guys. Anyway, talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.